What?
Yes, indeed. Well, phew. Yes, What? I can't wait! I can't wait!
Just the worst.
Don't look at me! Don't be mean!
What the heck? What the heck? then. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. Then I'll punish everyone besides the black. Now then.
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Shoot. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Shoot!
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Shoot!
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Shoot!
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Shoot!
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us.
No, he's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah. And that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three... The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, There's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, it's wrong.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dot? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura!
Well, I mean... But she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything...
When? When did
The last time you saw Sakura was... when he...
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before that.
Shoot! I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Well, we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you got...
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More of us.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
The proof?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about was...
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See?
What are you saying?
You just don't know when you're beat.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for you.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found it right there at the scene of the crime.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't...
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said... I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when It was only after the investigation I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine
tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly what
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot! Is this... I refuse to give up yet!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after the... I found the magazine tucked away on
the magazine shelf when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when
Ogre's body was...
No, it's wrong! When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you... Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Can't hear you! Conspiracy! Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
What?
Then Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her! explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there... And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and...
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out...
Shoot! Shoot! I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Then
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be... Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was...
was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should...
So...
Just tell us what happened one more time.
I don't really see why, but... I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? This hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a coop and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once. Shoot! I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the... shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind.
Before she could
You hit her from, and you only hit her.
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the... There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand. Think back. After the incident, there were... And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles, but originally, there were 6 bottles.
But how can you know for sure there were...
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Understand? That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different...
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. And on the ground was the...
Oh! So the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene.
What does chess have to...
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah! Wait, so let's say a bottle... There's still no evidence that has anything to do... That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is...
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Shoot! I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports...
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken...
And what is this?
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually... But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles. But when they did, they must have left behind, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the cake. I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time
The second wound on Sakura's head, given all the evidence,
the killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack.
from there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had...
No way! You killed her!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were...
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I... Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
And you just now decided to share...
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain?
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure she didn't disappear.
Hiding in the rec room? Whoa. Why are you all ganging up on me? It's a lie! I admit nothing! I hate you! I curse you! No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing! I curse you! I curse you! It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing! I hate you! I curse you! No, no, no! That's enough!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind us? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar?
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand.
Stop wasting my time.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early. So I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. But I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in.
Then, did you see what happened?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the
But when you did, you put it back.
I didn't mean to.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll...
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater.
Just answer the question.
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened... Splatter everywhere! And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you... No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces.
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag...
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been
Hey, come on. But anyway, I'm not the one that...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the book. What's wrong? Come on, everyone.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have...
Odd?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's. But that still wasn't the... Tell us your story one more time. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand.
Your wish is my command, darling. I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf! I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the...
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it!
And where did the attack...
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, what's wrong? We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, There's no explanation.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the show. The blood stain by the magazines.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, all to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in—
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room. Until we take care of that.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura,
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up, and while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the lock.
No, I don't think that. I got it! Even before we open the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, so obviously Toko couldn't.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know?
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all—
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Shit! What was it that killed— If it wasn't from Genocide Jill, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack. Shit! What was it? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Shoot! What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack... Shoot! What? What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything.
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then...
Some sort of reaction within her body. Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can...
You're
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain.
You can...
Of course.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on...
Not in the rec room? Then I could have...
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the... Well, there's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of... And that's where I found this.
Is that the voice?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire... But the specific properties don't matter.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3. In Section A, dietary supplements.
And that's where the poison came from?
Well, that's the question.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A.
Huh? You just said that...
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those...
Yeah, so?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean... this.
Huh? Master!
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick...
Idiot! He just swallowed poison!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high I'm talking about the protein.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical.
Absolutely. The contents of each, so the protein was in the bottle of poison. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the... All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the...
I got it! You're saying they gave her a
protein drink which actually contained...
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That...
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for... So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound.
But what was offered to her instead, and I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the
I got it! The footprints left behind... That's the evidence you're talking about.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints. They must have appeared around the time of the murder. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will... All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
if you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. And the only people here who wears...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since you were in an awful rush to get to the vote. This whole time, you've been focused on pinning...
I can't believe it.
What about it? Can't you believe...
Well, it's just...
That's likely exactly why it turned out. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to... I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty...
Did you really... Why?
I found her. There in the rec room. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but... when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just... occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave...
And then... she downed it, and...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend. You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters, not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for him, just like how this girl sacrificed...
You say that, but I'm still...
How many times do you...
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sin, but there's still that one unsolved mystery.
Are you talking about the locked room?
Hina, if you really are the killer...
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell...
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't...
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think...
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue? It's too... obvious.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people...
I was just... nervous. So...
You didn't notice?
Yeah.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a... Tell us more about when you switched the
How come?
Hina, please.
Waste your time if you like. There's nobody else to suspect.
Go ahead, Hina.
Right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle...
I see.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein pack. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got...
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, meaning you went from Section C to Section A.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that series of...
What's wrong with you, Big Mac?
It's the same thing no matter how many...
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the...
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay.
And then I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to...
Honestly, that's enough.
How much longer must we tolerate this?
I went to section C, that's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the yeah. When I grabbed... Okay. And I moved from section C to section...
No, it's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from section C.
Yeah?
And after that, you said you... But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from... That contradicts what...
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose?
No, that can't be it.
What the? Hina!
You lied to us. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the powder had already been spilled when you came in, and so you never went to section C. Whatever you did there...
Well...
What the hell?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
Are you sure? After all, you're the one... It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue.
Just say it already! What is it you...
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed. Thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you.
But, what if...
Oh, you still don't... Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Bud, if you really do know, explain...
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door.
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. How did a shard of glass from the window get...
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that... I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window...
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found... It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked, there's no other way to explain the presence...
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene, that had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words...
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was... We already know she was given the protein can. If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to... But before we do, there's something I'd...
Huh?
It has to do with the After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over...
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of...
Not at all. Just
Well, no.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah.
Okay then, that proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you know what I don't know?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying... someone planted it there after we got the door?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt in my...
Until the locked room was unlocked.
Shoot!
When it comes to that code, there's not a doubt until
The locked room was unlocked.
it absolutely.
So you're someone planted it? No. No, that's it. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had
To be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
shoot.
When it comes to that protein pan, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until it absolutely.
So you're someone planted? No. It had to have been in there the whole time.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the locked room was. It absolutely.
So you're saying someone planted it there?
No. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had
To be. It was in there before the rec...
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all...
Of course. It came from the
Well, those pieces were... We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it shows that the can must have been put down on the floor, so it had to be after we...
I said Kyoko. Earlier, when you asked if anyone had...
If that were the case, that would explain.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that...
And that's made everything. As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not. But once the room was opened up, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then why did I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because...
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab. And
It was Hina, right?
what do you think, Makoto?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about?
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section.
You're lying!
Why? Why would you lie? You're a liar! What are you saying?
Wrong! You're wrong!
Just let it end already! You're a liar!
Wrong! You're wrong!
I hate you! You're a liar!
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
Just let it end already! You're a liar!
Wrong!
You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison? I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying?
Wrong!
You're wrong! Just let it end already! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
I refuse to give up yet!
You're a liar! What are you saying?
Wrong!
You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison? You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Do you have any kind of...
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow... It did. The same yellow... That powder was... So the powder we found on Sakura.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing?
And it was only on her instep.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the... So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf... And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up... Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C? And the only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all...
No! It was me because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her. Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
So you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her. She sat there, drank the poison, and the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room. Until we came, and at that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it? You did it to throw off the investigation. When we found her body, you stayed right there near because you already knew, and because the bottle of poison had...
That's when you picked up the bottle. I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko...
And the more I think about it, the... You said you were going to go, but your real intention was to go to the chem... Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein... There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, All you had was that. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make...
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. While everyone else was focused on Sakura, honestly, you should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a...
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such the footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison. Vital pieces of evidence.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed...
No! I killed her!
That's enough, Hina.
It's not!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly. Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier that she got there one step ahead of everyone else. Here's exactly what happened. But one of them headed, she got there one step. And she found it. She crawled into the... Then, from inside the locker, next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought... Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the tape. To that end, Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. She jumped out of the locker and hid. But in her rush, she made one little... She put the magazine back. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slipped. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura. This caused her personality. When she woke back up, her second... She freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another. This explains why there were 2 wounds on... Assuming Sakura really was... She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle. And that explains how Sakura was... But even after those 2 blows, so then, what was... It was the poison that Sakura... She turned the rec room into a true locked room... And there, she took... Later on, the rest of us... We had to smash the doors... But someone already knew what had happened. And that same someone... And while nobody was looking, they did all this specific in an attempt to guide the trial, and the one who went to all... was you, Hina. That's the full truth. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't...
Huh? Oh.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what you don't understand. See? When you dismiss other people's feelings...
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy. Well, whatever. You don't Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever. So, will you make the right? What's it gonna be? Okay.
What did you say? Come on. What are you thinking?
Don't be mean!
What is this?
You should have been the one to die! What?
What is this?
No forgiveness! I can't
But,
Hina. They're friends.
Why? What are you saying? I won't forgive you. Why? Huh?
Hina. Hina.
Huh?
I have
Huh?
some protein.
Please! Why? What? Why? Why?
Hey! Hey!
Hey! What is this? What are you saying?
In other words, yes, indeed.
What the heck?
Of course. Yep. Too bad. It's true.
Huh?
Unbelievable. Well now, well now, well now, well now. Damn it! Pung, pung. Phew. Shing!
And
What are you gonna do? Hey, hey! But hold on.
enough already.
Yes, indeed.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even that's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you. Of course, I understand if you all hate me. So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted. Of course, I'm still responsible for that. But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself. If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Huh? No way!
Correct. However...
Finally, Hina, I want... I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, Hina. Whatever it takes, survive. No matter what, just survive.
But...
What are you gonna do?
Uh-oh.
Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know? Well?
Ooh-hoo. What do you want? How strange. Hey! Phew! Huh?
Naturally. Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
It's all clear now.
Hey,
What the heck?
You want me to punish you guys?
What? But...
Wrong! Listen up! Yoo-hoo! Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, no!
Phew!
So, but I'm...
What's the matter? Hmm.
Just as I thought.
Actually...
What are you thinking?
Yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to...
Very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well? Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello.
Hina.
Too bad. You guys? Too bad.
What?
What? Well,
You.
who?
Hey.
Yo! But,
Yes. Not possible. Stop talking.
Sorry.
No, 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 no! Huh? What the heck?
C.
No, 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 no!
Soon the door. Okay then.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
It's true. Whew. Hey. Correct. Makoto. So... Goodbye.
What's this? Hey! Unbelievable.
Just a second.
You guys?
It's true. Hey. Shall we go? Goodbye. Whew. Goodbye. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out.
Well?
In the name of my family.
Huh?
What's your deal?
How about that?
Come on. Let's go.
What?